cupping. There is a treatment that we do on a regular basis, and so did Larry Wills. They put cups with hot air on our backs, sometimes on our heads, and it improves our recovery, performance, pain, and to be honest, we just came out of one yesterday. Did you know that it's one of the best treatments you could ever do, and there are a lot of high-quality studies on the topic? No? So now you do. Let's begin. So what's up guys, welcome to your Fitness Pal, and that's a hickey, the next best friend. It usually looks like a red mark, like in this video, that happens due to suction of the skin. But what is this reddish mark? So that's a treatment called cupping. You're placing cups on the back, legs, or even head of someone, and when he finishes the treatment and stands, the same red mark you would get from a hickey remains on his back, because it's exactly the same. Both in hickeys and cupping there is a suction of the skin, some kind of vacuum that creates under pressure and causes ruptures of blood vessels, and then it accumulates and creates a blood stem, or in a more scientific language, ecchymosis. However, that's not all. What you just saw was dry cupping. There is also a treatment called wet cupping, which is what you saw in the thumbnail. I can use a flame and then I heat the air inside the cup, and when I place it, the air cools down and takes up less volume. And this is how the vacuum is created. But there are also cups with a suction mechanism, when you simply put the cup on the skin and then you suck the air from the inside. But the wet cupping are cups that I wouldn't do cheers with. With that kind of treatment, you do little incisions in your skin, and then when you put the cups on and suck the skin, the blood comes up. But why would we do it? What does it cure? Why do so many athletes do it? And is it good, bad, or just a fad? A few years ago, Michael Phelps, the Olympic swimmer who won 23 gold medals, entered the water with circled marks of cupping, and it got to the point where all of the news channels were talking about it.
Curious markings that we've seen, you can see them right there on the back of Michael Phelps.
But not only on the news, you see that everywhere.
Today we're gonna do something called blood cupping.
Yes.
But what does cupping really do? So they remove all of the toxins out of the body,
carry toxic metabolites away,
improve blood circulation.
It is sold as a way to improve circulation.
Some say that you can find inflammation with the cupping,
בעזרת הכוס אני יכול לדעת איפה יש דלקת. אתם רואים כבר את הסימן האדום?
except that it improves performance, relieves pain. Soon people will say that it builds muscle, like doing that, and basically does everything except making me coffee and folding my laundry. But is that really true? Have we finally found a treatment that can solve all of our body's problems? So, do you see this? This is one study. Yeah, it's very hard to notice. But a meta-analysis is a study that contains several studies and forms a conclusion. It is also considered the best kind of evidence we have today. But what does it have to do with cupping? If you open the internet and enter 3 different meta-analyses, cupping for neck pain, back pain, or for range of motion, compared to no treatment, cupping has an advantage in all of them. Which means now we're done. We have the strongest evidence which support cupping. See you in the next video. Or not. Cupping doesn't really find any inflammation.
בעזרת הכוס אני יכול לדעת איפה יש דלקת.
The red mark was due to him moving the cup. They don't do that
carry toxic metabolites away
either.
It does help them with their circulation and their healing.
No, it doesn't. But still, we showed you 3 meta-analyses that support cupping. And meta-analyses are here at the top of the pyramid. So here comes the problem. This pyramid of evidence is not the most accurate. Not all meta-analyses are the same. This can also happen. That's why this pyramid was formed, which kinda looks like a donut, but maybe it's just my hunger speaking. Whoever says that cupping is playing it safe didn't enter the studies themselves. In this meta-analysis where cupping improved neck pain, there is a tiny table which is super important. This. Do you see this red throughout the studies? That means that there was no blinding in any of the studies. Meaning those who received the cupping treatment in all of the studies knew they were being cupped and reported on themselves that they felt better. But it could be that all the treatments, all the cupping were a placebo. And indeed, according to the NCCIH, there's been some research on cupping. But most of it is of low quality. And cupping may help reduce pain. But the evidence for this isn't very strong. So, how? How can we know for sure if this is real? How do you know who to believe? You fake a treatment. In this study there were 2 groups. One group that did cupping and another one that did fake cupping. There was also a control group which did nothing. Now, pay attention. In the sham group, the cups had small holes of less than 1 millimeter. Therefore, the air inside the cup came out, the pressure inside the cup was released, and this wasn't really the treatment. Results: after 18 days, when they measured the pain threshold, the real treatment group and the sham group felt the same amount of pain. And it's not the only one. In all of the studies since they added the sham treatment, for back pain, range of motion, there was zero advantage for cupping. And this is truly the highest quality research. But there's a problem. You can say, wait a second, there's this study. Like before, there were 3 groups: a real treatment group, a sham group, and a control group. And the real treatment group experienced less pain than the sham group. And that's true. But if we scroll down a little, we'll find limitations. And one of them is that the participants in the study have already received the real treatment in the past, meaning they knew how the real treatment feels like. So if by chance they were given a sham treatment, they would know it was fake. Therefore, this group doesn't worth anything. And as of today, in most cases, also cupping. But let's take a step back. Michael Phelps won so many Olympic medals and also did cupping, so it must work and have an impact. First of all, Michael Phelps won more Olympic medals than the amount of uncles in my family way before he started cupping. Second, world-class athletes are really the best in their own sport, not in analyzing and dissecting research. 3. Just because someone did something doesn't mean that it works. Ronaldo advertised the ab stimulator, and maybe, just maybe, his abs are not the results of the product. And 4, let's say that it's psychological. So what? What's wrong with that? So, it's not. If you wanna do this, go for it. We couldn't care less. But it's important for us that you'll understand that psychologically and physiologically it doesn't do all of the magic that everybody say it does. It simply sucks your skin a little bit and some money from your wallet, and basically that's it. So why did we do it ourselves? We didn't really do. What you saw on our bodies was all drawings with a marker. It's important to us that you know what science really says on the topic. But why won't we do it? First of all, there is more than 0% chance for complications and approximately 0% chance for any advantage. And if it might give some people a good feeling, in some of the cases, sometime. And the downside is maybe burns, like you see here. We'll pass that, the pleasure. Second, there are places that sell it as a treatment for diabetes, like this YouTube channel, or as a treatment for cancer. And if people abandon the drug treatment that has really been proved as beneficial and switch to this as a cancer treatment, God forbid, our situation is not good. There have also been rare cases of bleeding inside the scalp, and although very rare, still happen. So yeah, we'll give it a pass. But don't you give a pass on subscribing to this channel, clicking the notification bell to get the latest and greatest, most scientific videos. Give us a thumbs up, share this video with anybody you know that ever drank from a cup, doesn't matter what liquid, and we'll see you on the next one that will even be crazier than this one. Bye bye.